This is a quick disclaimer that I'm going to sound like a horse that has just had all of its teeth pulled out throughout the entirety of this video because I just came back from a run. Now that that dreadfully annoying piece of information is out of the way, what's going on, guys? As you know, Rocket League has gone free to play and I am still on the road to 200 subscribers. I offer a unique perspective on how to rank up and I will cover that later in this video, as well as in the future ones. So if nothing else has been working, you might as well give this one a try. Much like the default camera settings, the default controls also suck. The only way anybody could ever use this is if they had a sixth finger on their right hand. So if you do, why are you playing Rocket League? Why aren't you making six-finger gloves? That's a good question to think about. Here is an Xbox controller and what each button does. If you are on PlayStation, just translate it over. You might want to go ahead and screenshot this. Now, let's go on to our first controller layout that I personally use. First, I would recommend taking off air roll and power slide and taking those off of X. You are going to put power slide onto left bumper. This might feel weird at first, but it is so much better because it lets you boost and power slide at the same time. This can make your dribbling way faster and more efficient. As for your air roll, just unbind that. It's completely useless. You can, however, bind air roll left onto left bumper and air roll right onto right bumper. Those are my personal ones, so clearly there is no argument whatsoever. They are the best, and anyone who disagrees is a complete idiot. Here's a diagram to show what controller settings I use. Try those out for a few minutes, and if you don't like them, then try this one out next. Now for the controller layouts that are the most efficient to your fingers. Same thing, we are going to take air roll and power slide off of X, then put power slide onto left bumper. Next, we are going to debind boost off of B, not permanently obviously, we are just moving it. I swear, all the ball chasing plats just had a heart cramp. We are actually going to put it onto right bumper. Now, it would be pretty hard to boost and air roll at the same time, so we're going to put air roll left onto Y and air roll right onto B. That being said, we now need to move the ball cam button off of Y and bind it to X. This layout is most beneficial because it is easier to fast aerial, which is when you hold boost, tap jump, tilt your car back, then press jump. Here's a video to describe how you do it. You can still do this with the ones I use, you just have to put your finger, which is your thumb, in between the two buttons A and B. Here is a diagram of the final controller settings I will be showing throughout this video. Time for a unique perspective in how to rank up. So obviously not everyone's going to practice in the same way. Look at the NBA and the NFL. Linemen are obviously going to practice in different ways than quarterbacks, so since people have different play styles, they will play differently, just like in Rocket League. So sometimes you'll watch a YouTuber, and they'll have this amazing idea for a new play style, and you're like, oh yeah, I should try that. But then it doesn't work for you, and you get really confused. That's probably because you don't have the same play style as them. So you should try to find something that works for yourself, not what works for other people. With that being said, only 4.8% of you guys are actually subscribed to me. So I would like to ask you to please consider doing that because it really doesn't affect you in any way, but it really helps me because it makes me grow on YouTube, and that's basically it, really. But I'd also like to show that somehow 10.2% of people chose maybe on a yes or no question. So I don't even know how you do that, but I'm just really impressed with you guys. So keep up that work for doing whatever. Okay, see you guys.